Are you feeling out of balance in relationships? Are you noticing yourself sliding back into those old people-pleasing ways, or noticing more codependency tendencies that you've been trying to release and let go to build healthy interdependent relationships? Are you still noticing you're not valuing yourself enough? You have put a low value on yourself and you're waiting for people to increase that? Well, I'll tell you what, this full moon in Libra happening on April 12th at 5:22 Pacific time is stirring all that up. We have a lot to howl at this full moon about. There's a lot of frustration, a lot of angst, a lot of old stuff rising, being revealed to be healed. So this is brings some intensity. I want to tell you all about it. You're okay. You're not alone. You're going to get through this. These are growing times. I keep saying that. Growing times, evolving times, stretching out of old comfort zones, waking up out of conditioning and saying, this isn't working. How about you? Are you feeling any of this? Come on, join me. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. I'm recording this 2 days out, so I imagine you're already feeling it. Are you? What are you noticing? This is how we soul track. You notice what's going on in your life. Then you look at what's happening in the cosmos. Where's the sun? Where's the moon? Where are the other planets? How are they in relationship to each other? And then you notice what's stirring in your soul, or what your soul is stirring for you to point you in the right direction. And that's what full moons can do. Illuminate where you are, what's been hidden, what you need to really say, I see it, I'm willing to look. And sometimes you can't help but look because it's really brought up, not to harm or hurt you, but to show you where you're off track. You know, we just moved out of eclipse season, and this full moon, it's not connected to the eclipses, but it is in a way connected to, well, it's connected to an unfolding story. And this story chapter is about relationships. And I'll tell you more about that in a second, but just let me welcome you to the Soul Nurture channel. I'm Victoria. I am your soul guard. Soul guard. Hey, I'll have to think about that one. I'm your soul guide. I call myself the Soul Nurturer because I love helping people reclaim their potential hidden under years of conditioning, years of negative core beliefs, and emerging that potential into your possibilities. So thanks for being with me. I'm going to pause for a minute so you can go and subscribe to my channel. In doing so, you help me reach out to more people out there in the YouTube world that may benefit by what I have to say. All right. So always I invite you to how you feeling? What are you noticing? What's stirring? And what lessons and patterns have been on repeat? Especially regarding relationships. Yep, there's a lot to howl at the moon. And when I say howl, I mean like vent, release, get it out so that you can do something with it. You can choose something different, okay? So, wow, where to start? There's so much going on. We have, well, let me start with the basics. The full moon is when the sun and the moon are 180 degrees apart. This is why we get to see the moon that doesn't emit any light, but the sun shines and reflects off the moon, reflects what's going on in our human experience, reflects all those things in the subconscious mind maybe we weren't paying attention to, our blind spots, what we need to see. And full moons in general can bring some intensity, more emotions. Think about tears surfacing, old potential, or clearing the way for you to see what you need to see, or just healing. I think every aspect, every lunation cycle in particular is an invitation to reset, reclaim, and start again, and full moons are connected to releasing, letting go, shedding, to allow more of that potential of yours to come through. They're also considered culmination points. That's like we're building towards something, we're growing towards something. And, full moons are connected to the last new moon where you set intention, but also 6 months prior when the new moon was in Libra. Where were you at that time? What were you setting intention around? Are you there? Is it happening? Are you still noticing some work to do, some transformational work to get you ready, as I always say, prepared to receive your blessings? So, and this full moon, because it's the Aries Libra axis, it takes us back to when the North Node was in Aries from July, let's see, put it in my notes, July 17th, 2023 to January of this year. So remember, we were, during that time, the focus was all on this axis, which is Aries, identity, self, instincts, taking the lead of our lives, being the person we're meant to be, being the leader, really focused, self-aware, self-focused. Opposite Libra, which is all about relationships, relating, building harmony, peace, balance, and others, right? So it's the me and other axis, self and others. So during that time, the lessons came up for all of us. It's a collective transit of where are we out of balance, and shining awareness. This full moon is really going to shine the awareness on how far we've grown, how far we've come, or are we still stuck in some old lessons regarding codependency, people pleasing, denying your own needs, devaluing self, and especially because this full moon is connected to Chiron. The sun is in an exact, let me look at my chart, exact conjunction to Chiron. Yes, Chiron's at 23 degrees of Aries. So the sun and Chiron are in exact conjunction, opposite the moon in Libra. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that, again, those old lessons about where you denied yourself, where you were playing small in relationships, where the wounds of not enough, or whatever wounds you experienced connected to your identity, which prevented you from fully showing up in relationships the way you want to, right? Anybody relating to this? Have you held yourself back in relationships? Have you, led more with the persona, like the mask that you put on to hopefully be loved and accepted? Well, this full moon is saying, no, that is not going to work. You have to now lean in to where the places where everywhere you've been wounded in relationship, because also Venus is going direct on the day of the full moon. So we've had 6 weeks of reviewing all things relationship, all things connected to self-worth, value, what matters to you, and relationship to money as well. So all these pieces are coming together to say, okay, have you been doing your, we call it researching how you've been in relationship, how you've taught others to be with you in relationship. And it's time to shed the things that you learned through conditioning, through programming, through what you saw your parents do in relationship, and really claim, this is Aries season. It's a time to be bold and stand for your journey, for your potential, for your desires, for your passions, and say, I am not settling anymore. I'm not putting myself in inauthentic ways of being to try to be loved. Claim that you are love. You are lovable. And you must love yourself in the way you desire others to love you. So where have you been out of balance? Codependent relationships are sneaky. So the way that I defined codependent relationships are giving everything to somebody else, like meeting all their needs in the hope that they'll meet your needs, right? And we know that does not work out. And that's the imbalance, right? Giving way more than you receive, doing way more for others and not anything for yourself, and hoping somebody's going to magically come along and do the things you're longing for. So this is about releasing all those beliefs, all those patterns, all the stories of relationships you learned growing up, and find new role models, find new references for healthy relationships, and embolden yourself. Claim your worth. You're worthy of having what you desire in relationship, with money, with all things that you value, that matter. So have you been doing a little research the last 6 weeks? Were you kind of, what were you learning about relationship while Venus was retrograde? Did any past loves try to reach out to you? Did old patterns show up? And, that it's kind of, I really do believe this is Earth School. And yeah, these little tests show up. Are you going to do it the old way still? Or are you going to make a different choice? Are you going to just play small and let somebody else take the lead or wait for them to lead you? Or are you going to be empowered and say, you know what, this is what works for me for relationships. That doesn't work for me. And to really claim your worth so that you teach people to meet you at that place. Okay. So look back over the last 6 weeks. What's been going on with relationships? What have you been learning? What about money? Did any old lessons about money come up? About, there's such a correlation between self-worth and how much money we bring in. So yeah, this is an intense full moon, not gonna lie, but all purposeful. It's, we are in such a time of rebirthing, evolving, and this full moon is a big, deep push to get us closer to potential, get us closer to our destiny, get us closer to the vision we hold sacred, right? So Sun conjunct Chiron opposite the moon. What is this illuminating for you? Where this could bring up times, old wounds of feeling rejected or abandoned. And again, the remedy, what's the remedy? Is to what you long for. So you're hoping to be accepted. You're hoping to be, loved. All the things you're longing for in someone else. That's you, babe. You get to do that. So accept yourself. Love yourself, be loyal to your soul, be loyal to your desires and your passions, and stay committed to things that matter to you. Stay committed to your potential, your dreams, what brings you joy, your values, okay? So here's some more intensity. This really feels like big, it could be a big push in the right direction if you surrender and allow and are willing to let go of the old ways of relating to others that keep you in balance. I keep seeing a seesaw, right? So, you're elevating someone else while you're down here. No, you want to both be elevated. You're both worthy. You're both children of God. You're both children of the universe. You both deserve all that you desire. Don't limit your desires to lift somebody up to meet theirs. That's codependency, right? All right, so we're shedding those old things. I know for me, I always say I'm a recovering people pleaser. I had test after test after test the last, I'd say month in particular, where I'd have the instinct, I'd have my, my champion inside that I've cultivated to say, no, you don't want to do this. You're not going to do that. And then I go, but they really want me to do this, so I'm going to do this. And then I commit to the person and override my knowing. Fortunately, I'm partnering with God. I'm partnering with the universe and healing this. I had so many course corrections when I was starting to go back on that people pleaser path. I'm not kidding. Like one in particular, I was just really stuck because it was connected to my best friend, and I would do anything for my best friend. I love her so much, but I said yes to something because I wanted to, and I knew that she would love it, right? But it wasn't the right timing for me. And so there I was kind of like, stepping over myself because I want to make my friend or have joy with my friend. And it was all good until it wasn't, when I started feeling my body saying, you did not choose what was right for you in this moment. And I prayed about it because I needed to call her and tell her, I don't think I can do this. And right after the prayer, like 20 minutes, she had sent me a text. She said, you know what? I think the timing is not right. And it was almost exactly my prayer. Like, God help me, this timing is off and I don't know what to say. And I don't want to hurt my friend. And she was an answer to prayer, right? So looking for those, or just reviewing the last 6 weeks and what came up. And also historically in your life, the wounds connected to your identity, where you held back your authentic self because of a wound of being rejected for something about you, that was really projection. Remember, people's opinion of you is their projection onto you. Now, if a lot of people are repeating the same thing, then maybe there's some truth to it, but mostly people are projecting on you, which means it's their stuff, right? But if you feel triggered or wounded, that's your work. Where are you still believing an old lie about who you are, your identity? So this full moon invites that look and invites also the expanding into the gifts around the wounds. This is the wounded healers. It's a wounded healer's time to rise with your gifts and strengths and honor the wounds. Thank you. Thank you. This is the portal that you birth some of your greatest gifts and your greatest medicine through, right? So let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Um, yeah, we're just really, it's all about the alignment of relationships, out of balance, in balance. What's it look like? Do you even know what a healthy relationship looks like? Do you even have agency to speak your truth? And it's very important to speak your truth. Remember, allow yourself to borrow the energy of Aries, Aries season still. Which way do you want to go in relationships, with job, with earning money? Find your voice to speak up for yourself and find the harmony inside of you, because Libra moon, yes, this is the what we need to integrate: the boldness, the strength, the leadership, the power, the passion of Aries, with the beauty seeking Libra, with the ruled by Venus. This is Libra is ruled by Venus, so this full moon is all things love, all things self-worth and self-value. And so it's now it's important to release, and definitely you could do a ceremony around that or something. Release all the things that you believed about yourself and relationship that have held you back from having the relationship you desire. Let it go, shed it, burn it, let it go, and then stand with I am messages, all about relationships or self-worth. I am worthy of the relationship that I desire. I am worthy of loving and accepting myself. I am worthy of trailblazing a new path forward. And, I love affirmative prayers. I would also say affirm with prayer, that, or I'm allowing, and as you release, you call in, or maybe affirm like, illuminate the path forward for me to walk in a new way with, I have to close my eyes to pray. However you pray, God, Jesus, the universe, illuminate the path forward where I am free from the past ways of being that prevented me from being in partnership or being in relationship with others in a way that I'm fully empowered in myself, and that my beautiful soul essence shines through. May there be harmony and peace and love that is balanced, where all needs are met for all involved. May it be so. Okay. Or create something of your own. But this is affirming what you want. Instead of staying in the problem, you're affirming, you're praying in the possibilities, and you're becoming the you need to be to have what you desire. Okay, I think that's all I have. I just, balance, harmony, justice. We may, I always talk about just the individual, but we are the microcosms of the macrocosms. Remember, as you do this work, as you call forward what you desire, fairness, harmony, balance, all of that, this is what you contribute to the unfolding of our world, wherever you live in the world. And let me know. I love to know where people are viewing from. But there's a big thing about, with Moon and Libra, it's about justice, right? And where is there, as you claim fairness and justice and harmony and peace and balance within you, that's what we offer to the world. It's our offering. May it be so in the world as it's evolving. We see a lot of injustice. We're seeing a lot of chaos. We're seeing a lot of imbalance. We're seeing a lot of power struggle, right? That's another big thing with this full moon, because we have Mars opposite Pluto, power struggles, and we want to empower the highest good for all, empower the emerging of higher possibilities that is in harmony and balance and serving others. Libra moon is about fairness. What's not fair? Let's reset it, restore it, and shed what isn't aligned with that. Let me just one last peek. So yeah, be really, really, ground yourself again with this T square. There's a lot of it feels like birth pains, like move, breathe through it. Do your birth, breathe like you're birthing in a baby. Birth in something new, transformational in your, something new is birthing through you, or you are birthing a new you, so you can be in your power to receive your blessings. But there may be some intensity. So do what you need to do. Get your support team. Have your, which friends are you going to call? Make an appointment with your favorite soul guide. My website's in the description box, and I'm still offering 20-minute free consultations. But I think, I'm getting a lot of emergency session requests. So get on my schedule. I'm booking out a ways, but get on my schedule. If you need support in rebirthing in your higher potential, I'm your gal. Okay. So yeah, be gentle with yourself, be in harmony with yourself, be in good relationship with yourself, love and honor who you are, and teach people to meet you there. Okay, I hope this helps. Thanks for being with me. Like I said, you can go into the description box and request a 20-minute consult or book a session with me. The soul circle thing kind of got off track, and I want to apologize for anybody who's waiting for the next thing. It's just been a wonky time for me. I still am committed to, it's not, the month's not over yet. I'm just, it's going to be different. I was envisioning soul circle gatherings where we could just hold space for one another, but it's not going to work for me in the way that I'm set up with the setup I have. But I want to offer something for this month. And I do want to teach dream work because it is one of the best tools I know to navigate this world as, a soul having a human experience and reclaiming our potential. So that is coming. A date is going to be announced. Get on the list, the Soul Circle list, and it's in the description box too. All right, peace and grace be with you. You are loved. You are loving. You are lovable. You are worthy of all you desire. I see you, and I hope that you see your own potential and rise with it. All right, soul friends, thanks for being with me. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.